Okay, Itameksistiko, good day. It is the afternoon of Friday, October 20th, 2017, and we're moving into the first winter lunar cycle, Itotstoi. Haven't seen the first crescent yet. Of course, it's been cloudy, but I don't think she's appeared at all as yet. It's just stopped appearing in the mornings the other day. The last little crescent faded out. So what this means to me is, in the transition from summer to winter and winter to summer, those are the times when Mahoney and I are responsible for hosting a public ceremony with the Beaver Bundle that we take care of for the community. So today I'm out. This weekend we're going to be doing that ceremony. So Saturday we're going to do the sweat, Sunday we're going to do the actual public ceremony, and so I'm out on a kind of a nature scavenger hunt, looking for the materials, certain materials that I'm going to need for that. And this includes things like white clay from a badger hole, mud from on top of a beaver lodge that the beavers have brought up there. I need 7 little beaver chewed sticks about the size of pencils. I need firewood, poplar firewood, a bunch of that, 2 days worth of that. I need some buffalo grass, aka Nebraska sedge, matoyan, I think it's called in Blackfoot. What else? Some rocks, especially if I can find the black rocks with the white crystal flecks in it, the hard black lava rocks. Yeah, there's several things out here that I need to fetch. So I'm out taking a look, getting a start on that. Probably go this afternoon and into tomorrow for fetching some of those materials, and yeah, just getting things rolling, get the ceremony done, and move into the winter. Figured I might as well record my scavenger hunt. What I put into it. Look at this. This is all. Oh, the beavers have chewed it. See, I can't take wood that the beavers have chewed as firewood, or I would gather some of this. But I think there's some back in here that the beavers haven't touched that I might be able to make use of. Yeah, I'm not allowed to steal food from the beavers. If they've marked it, they've claimed it. Okay, so I'm here beside a beaver lodge in the Old Man River, and this place is going to give me 2 of the things that I need, which are the beaver mud and some beaver chewed sticks. I need 7 of the beaver chewed sticks, and as you can see floating around here in the water around me are exactly what I'm looking for. I'm particularly looking for the sandbar willow, what in Blackfoot is called Otsistotzipius, the rabbit willow, which is a favored food among the beavers. And this is them floating around. For the most part, this isn't. This is some other plant. But these are sandbar willows. So I need 7. 1, 2. Looking for some that have maybe a little hint of bark still on them. Here we go. 3. That one's a good one. Not too long either. This is almost a little bit too long. I might replace that because I'm right here amidst all the resources. But right now, let's see. 3, 4. That one's long too. 5. 6. 7. So there we go. I think I'm just going to take these 7 and what's going to happen with those is the girls are going to, I shouldn't say girls, the women, so grown women are going to do a dance, a beaver dance, that they portray the beaver women in, and they're going to carry these in their mouths, and afterwards they get to take them home, and they're used for protection later on in the year. If you have anything, you know, any like really negative external influences that are troubling you, you're able to shield yourself with a certain ceremony that uses these sticks. Now, this beaver lodge doesn't have a lot of mud kind of built into it because it's mostly a cut bank lodge, you know, that they've just made a hole into the cut bank, made a burrow, and then built the lodge out from that. And that's pretty much the way that the river lodges go, for the most part. But here they've definitely added this soil, because I can see it laying on top of some of the sticks that they've planted in. So I'm going to take from that'll give me the mud that I need. I just need a little, like fist size, good fist size, maybe softball size clump of it. That's going to serve as the model of a beaver lodge within the ceremony, on the altar of the ceremony. I'm also going to clip 7 tips off of these willows here, just the tips, the last maybe 7-8 inches. These are rabbit willows. These are the sandbar willows, and those I'm going to stick into the beaver lodge on the altar for the ceremony. Here's my willow tips. Yeah, I'm out here looking for my badger dirt. Got my bucket and shovel, and I know there's badgers that live out here, so I should be able to find one of their burrows, and hopefully there's some dirt kicked up. But I got lucky. I got a 2-for-1. I'm not going to pass it up. Another one of the elements that I need in my search today is this sage, which is called in Blackfoot Ninakaksimi, the man sage. So I've got a bunch of that right here, enough for what I need, which is just going to be adding some sage to the buffalo grass bed in the sweat lodge for tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for a minute, pick some of this sage. Well, I've hiked a little ways in, not a really long ways, but long enough if I'm going to be carrying a bucket full of dirt on the way out. And unfortunately, I am not finding my badger hole. So I'm starting my way back. Still got my eyes peeled, but normally I can see them from a little distance if they're kind of newly excavated or anything recent, and I'm not seeing any. So this is where the challenge of the scavenger hunt gets difficult. I thought I would find good patches of diamond willows down here. Didn't find those either. So that's 2 things that I thought I might get from this site that it doesn't look like I'm gonna get. Gonna have to go elsewhere for that. So just off of Busy Bridge Drive here, as good a place as any, I suppose, to collect some badger dirt. So I've got a den right here, and a nice bunch of soil kicked up outside the den. So I'm gonna dig some of this up and fill my bucket. Yeah, it's quite a difference between what the river beavers have going on and this family out here at Spobikimi. This really established beaver family. You can see their food cache for the winter is pretty large, sticking out of the water already. At the river, there was none. I mean, it might be below water, but there wasn't any crust in the surface yet. No real indication, other than the chopped down trees on the trail and stuff, that there was activity going on to prepare for winter. But these guys are getting it down pretty quick, and I would have had my choice of really nice mud if I'd have come to collect the mud from here, but I've already got it from I got everything that I needed beaver wise from that one beaver family, and so I'm just gonna stick with that. In the past I have used this family here at Spokane most of the time, but every once in a while I like to use a family from somewhere else. And yeah, coming out here to get my buffalo grass, Matoyan, Nebraska sedge, and of course I'll have a peek around for the coyote while I'm out here. Here is the area of the South Pond Spring. Not looking too springy these days. And right beside it here, where I stand, there is a bed full of Matoyan. And I don't need that much of it. I just need to pull some, basically to act as the bed inside of the sweat lodge, which mimics the inside of the beaver's lodge, and they use this stuff inside of their lodge as their bedding. I've personally witnessed it right here. The beavers at the end of winter coming out and getting all new bedding from these areas and bringing it back to their lodge. So yeah, so we're gonna have a bedding of this grass in my sweat lodge tomorrow. Okay, so I've got my Matoyan that I need, and I'm heading back to the vehicle. The items that I still need to acquire are firewood, rocks, 12 rocks for the sweat, and 12 large diamond willows for the sweat structure itself. Diamond willows will wait until tomorrow. The rocks I might be able to find out and about here before I go home. It's important not to take rocks from the riverbanks, by the way, because they'll have absorbed some moisture, and when you heat them up red hot and then throw water on them in a little confined space, there can sometimes be rock shrapnel, you know, they'll explode. So you want to get rocks that have been away from the water and dried out, and you want to get rocks that have a certain consistency. The best of which I'm really not going to find here in Lethbridge, except for very small samples, but nothing like the larger rocks that you can acquire up by the mountains of the type that I like, which are the black lava with the I don't know if they're lava, but I believe so. They're some kind of very heavy black lava with crystals, white crystals speckled throughout. Anyway, yeah, rocks I might be able to find. I would wait till firewood till the morning too, because it's going to be getting dark here, but I am a little bit concerned that it might rain. And if I don't get firewood before the rain, and say it rains all night or something, that's going to make things difficult tomorrow. Not that it's not manageable, we'll still get her lit, but you know, smart guy kind of works ahead. I'm not that smart, or I'd already have this taken care of and I wouldn't be doing it last minute. By the way, no sign of coyote over there. So I think she's gone on. She's either gone on, or she's gone back to her pack and got over her sickness. Who knows? Okay, so I'm back home now with my collection. Got at least most of my firewood. Got my 12 rocks. Got my badger dirt. Got my beaver mud. Got my beaver chewed sticks. Got my willow tips. Got my sage. Got my buffalo grass. I think all I'm really missing is maybe a little bit more firewood and my 12 long pieces of diamond willow to make the structure of the sweat for tomorrow. That's about it. So I'm calling it a day on the scavenger hunt, and wake up tomorrow and get to work building the sweat, get her done. Ceremony weekend for me.